Hello, I'm gonna make a video right now regarding playing guitar, and I'd like to kind of like show this here. Okay, in the movie Stand and Deliver, Jaime Escalante said that a negative times a negative equals a positive. And then the class repeats that, then he asks why. Then in the movie, he never explains it. And I find that this is kind of a problem with a lot of people who teach guitar. I'm going to try and explain some basic concepts. And I will tell you right now why a negative times a negative equals a positive. Okay, you got the 1, you times it times a negative. That brings it to negative 1. You times a negative times a negative, it comes back to 1. You times that again by a negative, it comes back to negative. So when you're multiplying by a negative number, what you're actually doing is creating a change in direction. Okay, and this is kind of like also a musical concept because actually music has a lot of math in it. And a lot of logical structure. And people will say, oh, just play what you feel. And then, that just kind of like discourages a whole lot of people because they don't know anything about the guitar. And some people can pick it up and some people can't doing that. I'm one of those people who can't. And so if you got some of the basic chords, A, D, E, this is going to be a big help, I hope. And so here we all know the A, the D, and the E. Okay, now first off, play them like this. Starting off with your pinky and going to your middle finger like that. So then here we are at the D, and when you're at here with the D like that, and you're gonna have to, excuse me, I had been robbed. A lot of my equipment was stolen, and so I'm recording off my phone. I don't have any more cameras anymore. Everything that I had except my phone had been stolen, so it's going to take me a while just to kind of like replace things, and it's going to take a long while. I'll go into another video with that. You don't want to hear my problems right now anyways. Okay, so you got that E. Now, I'm not one of those tune by ear people. I need to use a tuner myself, and I'll show you the tuner I use. Like this. It wasn't expensive. You can get them at most music stores or guitar stores or wherever. And you just clip it on and you play each note, and it tells you how close you are to that note. And you can get a pretty good tuning off that. But like I said, I don't know how to tune by ear. I just realized my battery on that had just died. And so I'll have to get another battery, but I'm going to go ahead anyways. Okay, so you got the E here. Bring it down like that. You got an F. You want to jump over here and get a G here. Or you can play between those. And right here, that would be either an F sharp or a G flat. So you could play all 12 keys going down like that. It's my understanding that Muddy Waters really just love to slide on the E chord. And so it's a matter of not what you got, but what you do with it. Jane Weedland, she played off an A6, and you watch a lot of her earlier stuff, and that's all she played was A6 slide. And she played a lot of stuff off that. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little bit. Well, hopefully I will teach you about that, but You know, it depends on how well you learn. Sometimes you learn better off other people. And let me say, if this isn't helpful, check out other people because maybe somebody else has something to add that might help you. I'm gonna just kind of push through here, okay? So you got that E, okay, but then you say, okay, you come here with the A chord, and you try to do that with the A chord here, and here I'm at A sharp, and that's kind of hard there. But like I said, that Jane Weedland, here, do that, and here, I'll just do that here. There's the A major. There's the A6. It sounds very similar. So if you can get away with playing an A6 and just doing that slide with the A6. Unless somebody's going to be a real hard ass, that's just not going to be an issue. And then with the D, here's the D. And same issue as with the A. That's kind of hard to do that. I can do that because I got really big hands, but it makes it a lot easier if you come over here and you play a D7. See, because here, this is B, C, D, right there, because that's the B string. So C, D. So then you're playing two D notes in that, but if you play this here, that's a... And then you come over here like this, play that. And the D chord sounds close enough to a D major that you can get away with that. Most of the time. Okay, and so then you just play it like that. And that becomes D sharp or an E flat, and then you can come over here. And play an E. Okay, so you could play the E up here or down here. And sometimes that might help. Some book or something has a chord and you say, oh shoot, I can't reach that. Well, if you know how to play the chord different ways, sometimes you can't reach it one way, but you can reach it another way and it'll work. Most of the time. I mean, sometimes it doesn't, but you know, just tell them that you're stylizing. Okay. All right, so here's... There's a 12 bar. That's the standard 12 bar. I can't think what it's called offhand. I always just call it the standard 12. If you say the standard 12 bar, the vast majority of musicians will know what you're talking about, unless they come from like another country or something. Maybe they wouldn't. But that's going to be the primary, the fourth, and the fifth. Okay, so that would be A, D, E. And you're saying, well, you know, you kind of like jump from this one simple concept of here all the way over to this here, and I don't see how that goes. And hey, you know what? I can understand that. And so I'm going to go ahead and explain that right now. Okay, so you got the E chord here. And if you slide down here, because it's E, F, G, A, you come over here, and you got an A chord. Okay, now this is the A chord here. So if you play it, and I threw a little seventh in there. You don't have to, you can if you want. Okay. So then you got that there. And let's see, here's a E, F, G. So here's the seventh. So and there's that first part of it, right? Then I came over here. Well, if you play here, let's see, how do I do that? See, and that's the D slide, but it slides down, okay, D, E, F, G, A. So here's the A chord here. So I'm playing here. And so that's where I get that second half of that A chord down there. So it's and the great thing about the video is you can go back and look at this again. And I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes. You can point them out if you want. I don't care. Okay, and then let's see. Where was I at? Let's see. Okay. Let me. Then you come to D. Now off the A, right here, that becomes D. So that's how you get that D chord here. And then you're getting the D chord here too. Yeah. And so that's how you get that. And you can play around with that. And I realize that's a little bit advanced. I just want to kind of like show that for people who want to just kind of play with it. I don't know how advanced or not. I mean, this might just be something that somebody doesn't care about or other people find really interesting. So I'm just hoping. Okay, but I'm going to tell you right here. You see that? That sounds pretty good there. And just kind of exercise your fingers like that. Then you got the D, so you can come down here. Play a G. If you make mistakes, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and push through. And then once you got that down, you can kind of like just start playing it. And you can do that with all of those slides. Okay, let me teach you or show you this other one. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. But here is a C chord. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to show you it. Take my word for it. You're putting your pinky there on the E, F, G, right here. And then right above that, and that's going to be off the B string, and it's going to be a D chord. Then you come over here, you got the A and B and C right there. And right in the center is going to be, what is that? Oh, a G. Okay. And so it's actually a C7. But then you slide. And that's the thing, if you're playing any chord, you can slide it to the 4th and 5th and it'll work. And that's with pretty much any chord. I haven't found one that doesn't work like that. Maybe somebody else will. If you do, you can comment, and I probably won't care because I probably won't be using that chord because it'll be so out there that you know, I would probably just never use it. Okay, so here's a G, there's a C, and there's an F. So if you were going to play like that, you could play down there doing the slides and then just play different chords off those ones. Just if you want to play around with it. Okay, let's see. Now there's here, you don't even have to play chords here. And you can just play with that one chord, one string there like that. And you can play with any string. And I advise you to do that. So that way you can kind of like get the feel of where the strings are. And that'll give you a more of a way to kind of like find them. And then once you do that, now here is an A note there. And then down here would be, what is that? Oh, that's an E. So that becomes an A5. And that was for a while. There's a D5. And if you want to do it like this, because that would be a 4th chord. Let's see. Okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of demonstrate a song that I wrote. And this uses headless chords. And that's where you slide, and you slide primary, 4th, and 5th. But when you do the slide, you don't play the head chord of the 4th and the 5th. sorry, I missed that. Hold on. I'm overthinking this is the problem. Waiting for the end of time, sipping on a glass of wine, wondering where I should go. That's something I ought to know. Hurry up, you have to wait, it's early, so don't be late. Have to show, got no place to go. And I'm going to stop there. There's more to that. I got the song somewheres in my playlist. You can look it up if you want and hear the whole thing. And I'm going to talk about writing songs. Okay, people say, "Oh, well, I don't have the imagination. I don't know how to write songs. I could never do that." Well, you know what? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I mean, how hard is it? I had heard on the radio some years back. I mean, it had some popularity. It was a guy who sang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in Spanish. And this song had quite a bit of radio play. So, I mean, the song does not have to be brilliant. Uh, More a matter of how much heart you put into it. I mean, when you play, try and play and sing like you're enjoying yourself. I mean, and that's another thing is if you write your own songs, nobody can tell you they're wrong. And like if you heard a song and you heard different lyrics than what was actually being sung, and you find out that the lyrics you were playing or you were singing were different than what was actually the song, just make a song with that lyric because you like that lyric and it worked for you. And if that worked for you, then go ahead and go for it and just build a song around that new lyric. And it doesn't even have to sound anything like the original. Just kind of play around with it. Do that standard 12 bar, the one primary, fourth, and fifth if you want. You can go to the library and you can print up songs on the computer. Just put chords and lyrics and whatever song you want to try and play. Some are going to be more difficult than others. Give it a shot, and if you can't play it, set it aside. Come back to it and try and play it later on when you get a bit more practice in. Because some songs are just going to be really easy, and especially if you're writing your own songs, you can make them as easy or as difficult as you want. And let's see, that's all I kind of like gotta say. Also, I'm kind of like, I'd like to do some collaborations with people. If you like some of my stuff or all of my stuff, or even if you don't like any of my stuff and you still like to collaborate with me, hey, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm also kind of like thrown off by filming with the camera because when I talk, there's just like a little bit of delay, and so it's like throwing my rhythm off too. And hopefully I'll get another camera soon and I'll be able to put some more stuff up. And if, like I said, if you want to collaborate, and I live in the Montclair area in Southern California, between Ontario and Pomona. south of Upland, north of Chino. I know I got to put that in because I know there's other Montclairs. There's like a Montclair, New Jersey, and Montclair this, and there's even another Montclair within California. And I found this out because people were saying that Cher came from Montclair High School, and I said, "Oh, that's cool." Cher went to the Montclair High School, and so I looked it up, and then I found out that there's another Montclair High School, and it's not ours. So, but that's okay. Uh, Hopefully, you enjoyed this and you learned something. So, thank you for your time, and please comment, share, subscribe. I'm hoping to put out more stuff later on. I don't know how that's going to go. Life is kind of up in the air right now with me. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Oh, and if you write a song and you play it and you put it up on YouTube, put something in the comment. If you can put a link, I'm not a technical guy. I don't know how to do that, but if you know how to do that, put a link up and I'll listen to it and check it out, and I'll put a comment in your YouTube. So like and subscribe and leave a comment, and well, just have a great day. Okay, thanks a lot.